right, welcome back. My In magazine is a disaster. I've been going through it during the break, and I was trying to close it before it started, but I'll just leave it here. You guys on the front cover, well, sorry, I forget that I have to introduce you guys. You guys are here every week, so I just kind of say, you know, we've got In Magazine in studio with us. We've got Ryan and Kelly. Thanks for coming up, you guys. Thanks for having us. Yeah. Okay, now on the front cover, got a little bit of everybody on the front. I mean, we're talking Sarah Palin, Barack Obama, Heath Ledger, and then a couple locals in Utah.
Right, this is our year in review issue, so we talked about national happenings as well as local, and there were a lot of local people who were on reality TV this year, so.
We've got David Archuleta for one.
Mm-hmm. Well, the corn maze that featured his face anyway.
Well, that's true.
And the Slippery Kittens, a burlesque troupe, were on America's Got Talent.
That's right.
So we have a kitten on the cover. Dina Marie Manzanares, she's a YouTube star after one of her videos was featured on the front page of YouTube. So we have her.
And that's her right there. I'm going to look at her YouTube videos now.
Jared Gold moved away this year.
And then they also had the girl from So You Think You Can Dance, which I was an avid watcher of. I watched it every single week. Loved it. So it's just a whole year in review. You're, you know, did you talk to everybody, or you just kind of recap what they did?
The main story is just it's a timeline, so it's month by month, you know, to help you remember this happened this month, this happened this month, and just like the images on the cover, it's a mix of national and local happenings. We also have a page about all the clubs in the area that opened and closed this year, including some Park City ones, you know, like we talked about the playground. And
did you talk about downstairs, the new one that just opened?
Yeah, we talked about both of those a little bit, and as well as lots of Salt Lake clubs opening and closing, of course. We also talked about coffee shops. One of my favorites, Addicted Cafe, closed, and they so my microphone is going out. Thank you. They served vegan food, but they're gone now. But we had some new ones that opened to take their place. Like my favorite is Bevelo on 2nd South, and just amazing coffee. And then Diva's Cupcakes and Coffee opened up on 33rd South. Gourmet food, amazing atmosphere. So lots of changes this year.
We've got some good tips, telling people, you know, what's still open, what, you know, may not be open anymore. And it's always good to do a little review. You know, there's a lot that happened, and like you're saying, so many people from Utah were featured this year. You know, big time things. So You Think You Can Dance and American Idol and whatnot. So pretty cool to like talk to him. The pregnant man though, on the front, that one kills me. It is such a gross picture.
Oh, there's a lot of funny stuff that happened this year too.
It is funny, but you know, you've got a little bit of everything on the cover. So, and Ryan, seen any good movies?
Yeah, there's a...
Did you see Yes Man?
I did see Yes Man.
Uh-oh, I don't like your response so far, and I heard already one review this morning.
My review would be maybe.
Really? See, that's what I'm hearing too.
It's got some funny stuff in it, but it's also got some annoying stuff in it. It's not very original.
How about the Red Bull part?
Well, yeah, he drinks a lot.
I love that scene.
But you've seen it. That's, you know, you've pretty much seen that part. I mean, there's a little more to it than what's in the preview, but there's not a lot more. And you know, this is supposed to be his return to whatever he left, which I thought he actually turned into a better actor as he got older, but apparently, you know, he wasn't making as much money, so they wanted to kind of send him back to the zany sort of thing. But it's, even as far as that goes, it's about halfway.
Really?
Yeah.
That's disappointing, because that one really looked good to me.
Yeah, really I was pretty much nervous about it going in, and it just kind of reinforced that nervousness.
Anything else they should be seeing then, if not that one?
You know, Tale of Despereaux that opens up today is a good family film. It's a little dark, kind of a Sleeping Beauty kind of dark, a little, you know, but not too scary. There's an independent film called I've Loved You So Long, which is opening up. It's French, and I absolutely adored it.
Really?
Yeah.
Where's that one playing at?
That would be at the Broadway
in
Salt Lake. Yeah, it's but it's Kristen Scott Thomas just turns in a phenomenal performance in it. The script gets a little too talkity at the end. It tells you a little more than it needs to tell you, but I really enjoyed that.
There's one other one that came out, and now I can't remember.
It's 7 Pounds?
Yes, thank you, with Will Smith.
Yeah.
I heard it very uplifting but intense.
Not uplifting at all.
What?
Not at all.
They said on the radio today it was uplifting. Not at all?
Well,
Is it like the pursuit of happiness? Because that was the
no, it's not actually.
It's
that is far more uplifting than this film is.
What?
Yeah. No, this film wants to be uplifting, but it's not. It's really. It just isn't. I mean, I don't know how else to go about
Kelly,
it.
have you seen any of these? Can you like vouch for what he's saying?
I haven't seen it yet, but I remember he was writing. He wrote in his review that he thought it revealed the details too slowly. So you're like, "What's going on? What's going on?"
It's one of those films that just about when someone's going to say something that you want to that's important, they don't say it, or they say, "Hey, remember that thing we were talking about?" And it gets to a point where you're just like, well, why don't you just talk like a person? You know, I realize you're trying to keep this thing kind of under wraps and whatever, but can't you at least figure out a way to make it sound human?
Talk like a person.
And then once you learn everything, it's kind of like, oh, really? You were hiding that from me?
Was that really worth keeping
secret? And just no. There's nothing about the film that I really could take away.
But how was Will Smith's performance?
Oh, he's fine. But
you're kind of depressing me today. Like Yes Man 7 Pounds, I was really looking forward to.
And I'm sorry, but you know, I mean, it's just really a mediocre film at best. Really? It just and the thing about it is it is intended to be uplifting, but it's not. It just doesn't make you feel better about anything.
Well, what we do have in this issue, since it's our year in review, is Ryan has his list of his favorite movies of the year. So what you should check out.
I do talk about a lot of that. Well, you know, there's across the board. There's tons of stuff, and unfortunately, a lot of stuff is coming out over the next few weeks because we saw a lot of the stuff that's going to be up for Academy Awards early. Because last night we actually the Utah Film Critics Association got together and we decided our best films, best actor, everything of the year, and that sort of thing, and. So, which actually Dark Knight won, which kind of surprised me, but...
I loved it.
Yeah. No, I loved it as well, but it's funny, you get 10 critics in a room and we debated a lot of films and that sort of thing, and Rachel getting married, we really hyped up, and actually WALL-E.
I loved WALL-E.
So those three did really... probably the best. The Wrestler got a lot of talk about it. I'm not sure when that's opening up here.
So they can pick up the magazine all around town, a lot of places in Salt Lake. You can kind of see it here, there, and everywhere. You guys always have what's going on, movie reviews. You know, you talk about like Christmas Carol and other things to go do for the holidays. You guys are going to wrap up the show with me today. Okay. Is that okay?
That's fantastic.
Right here. It's Friday, so In Magazine rolling in. Thanks for coming in, you guys.
No, thank you.
Make sure, though, you have a great weekend. Be safe. It is cold out there, so drive careful. And, of course, we'll be back on Monday morning, 7 a.m. on the Mountain Morning Show.